So check out this hide stretching situation that I got going on in the bed of my truck at the moment. This was not my intentional plan, but let me explain it. This deer was massive. It was a 175-pound buck, and I was like, you know what? Let me take the actual time to flesh it. And I did it. I used the power washer, by the way, which is an incredibly efficient way to do it. Took about an hour and 15 to put everything away, fleshed. Then after that, after the hour and 15, everything else after that is pretty simple. You salt it, put salt on it, about 1.5 to 2 pounds every 24 hours. I did one round, but I did 12 hours, and I think it was fine. And then I tried doing an egg wash. So I did a dozen egg yolks, washed it on and scrubbed it in, let it sit for 12 hours, and rinsed it off. And then I started stretching it. And this is where the problem came. I saw a random, tremendous infestation of ticks. I didn't see a single tick on the deer when I was skinning it, when I was processing it in the meat, when I was fleshing it, when I was salting it, when I was egg yolking it. There was no ticks, and I think that's because it was in the fridge. The hide was in the fridge and it was cold. And then all of a sudden, now when I was starting to stretch it, the sun came out, and the sun was warming it up. It's probably like 55, 60 degrees today, but in the sun it was warmer, and I think the ticks came out of dormancy, and I started seeing all these ticks all over it, like alive. So I'm like, this deer has been dead a week too. Like, it's been skinned a week. It's crazy. So I was like, I don't want this in my backyard. I have a dog, I have kids, and I just don't want it in my backyard. So I was like, what can I do with this? And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put it in the bed of my truck because I can just rinse it out, and my dog's never in the bed of my truck. And so what I did, I was originally gonna use ratchet straps. And then I was like, you know what, let me see if I could just tie it up like the OG, you know, Native American way. And that's what I did. So let me show you this. So I tied it up where ratchet straps would go. That's where I started. Then I have that like footstool thing going on in the back of my truck. So I tied it to that. And then I have these other footrest things going on in the back of my truck. So I got some places to go today. I'll drive around. It'll help dry it out. But I'm really happy with this. This is pretty cool. And then maybe I might later on rotate it and completely shift the way it's stretching, just to, you know, help it stretch differently. I'll continue to work it myself. The goal is, I'm not looking to make pants out of it or anything. Like, I want it to be like a relatively soft blanket, but it doesn't have to be crazy soft. But now I don't have to worry about ticks being in the back of my backyard. And what I could do is, I read that you can freeze it after it's already stretched, and then that will kill all the ticks. So put it in like a 0-degree freezer, and then it'll kill all the ticks, and then we should be fine. I might have to stretch it a little after the fact, but I'm pretty satisfied with this. It's pretty cool, man.